Well, hello everybody. This is Grace of Grace and Sunflowers. And tonight we're going to do I wasn't really sure what I was going to do. What I wanted to do was do a transfer on a disc that I had been working on. And for some reason my printer wasn't working right. I whenever I looked at my computer and it had all this stuff going real fast. I don't know what was going on. So I thought, what am I going to do? And so I thought, let's do some carrots out of clay, some little carrots. And this is something I had did this the bottom part before. I don't know if you can see that. Hello there, welcome. So this is something I did before. I'm new with clay. I'm still learning how to work with it. And so I made little Easter eggs. Can you see those? Little Easter eggs out of clay. And this is a cute little shelf sitter that I did. So, welcome everyone. If you're new to my page, please tell me where you're from. If you're a silent watcher, you're welcome. And anybody, you're all welcome. I thank you for joining me. And also at the bottom by the comments, there is a little arrow. If you could click on that and send out the sunflower seeds. In other words, send me out, share me out. I really would appreciate it. And I'm just so excited. I got a lot of things going on this weekend. I'm in an event tomorrow night with the Creative Crafters Assemble. And the theme is about spring. And today's happy first day of spring. I love spring. My husband said we're supposed to get some bad winds coming through later tonight. And I thought, oh boy, why can't it happen during the day? So anyway, and then Saturday we're having Small Business Saturday with the Creative Crafters. We're Crazy Mom Creations. Her event page is the Crazy Crafted Crew. And I just, as I said, I got a lot of things going on in my mind. And that is a day we can sell our goods. So I have a lot of things to sell. Hey there, Michelle. How are you? My sunflower friend. So I'm just going to play with clay. I'm not an expert. I need a lot to learn. And so I have some of this air-dried clay by Crayola. And I thought, let's make some carrots. I want to show you something. What did I do with those? I had some that I did little. Of course, you put things somewhere. I've been trying to straighten up down here. Here we go. Let me show you some of the things I did. I did the little flowers, I did a little tree out of egg cartons. And I did some clay. Then I have some more I did these a little flatter, and I put a little stickles in the top. And these are cute. You could put these like little, what do you call that? Put it in a little dough bowl, several of them. Little Easter eggs. I made the little Easter eggs. And these are little, I was going to make little flowers. I had an idea, but it didn't work out. Making little teeny flowers. But I'll say that because I'll do something with that. So I have a bag of stuff here. So let me set that aside. This won't be a live video tonight. This will be something kind of small. So I know you got to work your clay a little bit. How you doing, Michelle? How are you feeling? I hope you're feeling okay. I hope you're doing better. And I thank you for popping on to see me. So I'm just working with this a little bit. So I'm going to do some little carrots. But I have some tools. I have a bunny I want to work on, but I haven't had a chance to. So maybe, hey, Joetta, how you doing? We're doing little carrots tonight, Joetta. So my bunny, I have to roll the clay out. And I can't do it really down here. My basement, it's a little warmer today, but when it was chillier out, it was like the clay was taking longer to dry. So this clay, I didn't add anything to it. I'm just going to roll it like in a ball, just work it a little bit. And I'm going to shape it into a carrot. And as I said, you can do any size you want. I got a little speck of something on there. So I'm just getting ready for Saturday. I'm a little nervous. I'm excited, a little nervous. My daughter's going to help me. My granddaughter's coming tomorrow night to visit. Seems like every time she visits when I have some kind of activity going on. So let me just roll this. Roll it into a carrot. And you know how carrots are. You know, they're never the same. They're all a little different. So does that look like a carrot shape to you guys? You know what? When I was younger, I didn't like carrots. But now that I'm getting older, I like carrots. So I have a bunch of little tools here that I bought from Amazon. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some little marks on them. And I'm going to put a little hole in the end. Let me find something to put a little hole. Actually, I'm just going to use a little bit of a skewer. I'm just going to put a hole, and I don't know, maybe it should dry first, but I'm just going to go with it. If it doesn't work right, it doesn't work. Hello, Michelle. You know, it doesn't, you know, I'm learning. And by watching me, you'll learn by my mistakes. So I'm just going to take, I have this real nice greenery that I thought, let me just cut this a little bit. Now, I just bought some new, there they are. I just bought some new little scissors. How is everybody doing tonight? Did everybody have a nice day? Did you have a nice dinner tonight? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paint this, even though you might have to wait first. Celebration Creations, she's the queen of clay. Her and, I'm not going to say her name right, Jocelyn from Canada. Boutique. Post something. Faye. She's really good. Hey, Toonie, you better call me so we can get together, Toonie. My friend Toonie is an artist. She does beautiful clay work too. So let me just find a little brush. I got some I got some brown antique wax and a little bit of regular, I think it's called pumpkin orange. But I'm going to mix it. Can you see that? Okay. You know, it looks almost yellow when I put it in the camera. So I'm just going to mix that up a little bit to just darken that up a little bit. I guess I should put a paper towel down. Let me put a piece of parchment paper. I should do a couple of these. So let me do a couple of these. So does anybody have anything planned for the weekend? Can you believe it's Friday tomorrow? Can you believe today's the first day of spring? I cannot believe it. Spring is my favorite season. I love spring. All the flowers are coming up, my daffodils. So these don't have to be, you know, you just play around and have fun with these. Right, Tony? Tony has fun. She creates beautiful stuff. So let me just put a little hole in the end. So I'm going to do several of these up. Maybe I'll do a bigger one. Do a bigger one. See how it goes. But isn't this cute? I did this a couple years ago, and I did it with salt clay. And the clay, it just deteriorated. It was from flour and all. So I thought, let me try it again. So I kind of repurposed this jar, redid it, cleaned it up, made a little bunny. You know, as I said, I'm still learning. It was like an alien. But I made little Easter eggs out of clay. Then I painted them. Put some grass that I had, like crafting grass. And I thought that'd be a cute little thing for a little shelf sitter. So let me just make some more of these. And then you can make little teeny ones too. I might make some little teeny baby. Let me make some teeny baby ones. But maybe I'll stick some of them on that little bunny. So here the clay will shrink. Now this is a light air clay. Air dry clay. This is light. This is like really soft to touch. This is harder. This gets like a stone. So I'm going to do some skinny teeny ones. Just roll it, roll it. Put a little marks on here. That way when it dries, you'll be able to see those little marks. So it just really, I don't know what's going on with my printer. Acting up the way it is. I try to do a transfer, try to print on wax paper. Then I was going to rub it onto my surface, but it just wouldn't work. So is everybody having a nice spring break? Everybody, are your children on spring break yet? Are you on a spring break? Just do a couple of these, because I'm not going to keep you all night. I got things to do. I should be working down here all night. But you know what? I'm going to get up early tomorrow. I'm going to come down here and write everything down that I have to write down. Hello, Jody. Welcome. And if anybody has a business page, come on under your business page. So I'm going to do some of these. I might have some of these in my sale, little carrots, maybe some of my little flowers that you can use to create something with, or you could put them in a little dough bowl, whatever you want to do. I'll have bigger carrots that I did out of newspaper. Just having some fun here. I was kind of busy today. I had a doctor appointment. My blood pressure was good. That was a good thing. And I asked him about, I want to lose some weight. He said, you want that needle? I said, no, I don't want any needles. I just want to do it the right way. He's kind of suggested like the keto diet, similar to that. He said fats are good for you, like butter, bacon. Animal fat is good for you. The other stuff isn't. Butter is good for you. So, I told my husband, because we have all that tub stuff, all that butter in a tub, Smart Balance, and I can't believe it's not butter and stuff like that. And that stuff isn't really good for you. He said you can go to McDonald's, don't get the bun. Don't eat the bun. You can order it without the bun, especially lunchtime. I thought, oh, the bun. Hello, Helen. Welcome. Reason Over. That's a neat name. Reason Over. We are making some carrots out of clay. Hello, Regina. How are you doing, my friend? We're doing the little carrots out of clay. What I wanted to do, as I was saying, my computer, my printer wouldn't take the paper. I don't know what was wrong with it. So I thought, well, I guess it's not meant to be. So I'm doing some little teeny carrots. And these guys could do these, or just get some carrots. Get some air clay, dry air clay. Am I saying it right? Dry clay. And just play around with it. You could do it with your kids. Shape this little pointy end on the carrot. Just put those little marks. I'm putting little marks on it. So when it dries, it's going to have like little marks like carrots have. And I'm going to put a little hole in the end. I'm just going to do a few of these. Do some teeny weeny baby ones too. Let me do some teeny weeny ones. Hello, Sheila Little Treasures. Welcome. So we're supposed to have winds today. And My husband said, we're supposed to get some bad winds again tonight. I thought, oh, goodness gracious. You know, you look forward to having a good night's sleep, but you know what? I just pray. That's what I was telling one of my clients today. I just pray and ask the Lord for protection. Not supposed to worry, but being a woman especially, you can't help but to worry. But we're not supposed to worry. A little hole in the end of this. Put little marks. I'm just going to do a few of these. In fact, I'm going to set this aside for now. Let me get some paper out here. And I'm going to paint these up. I'm going to paint them up. I mix the orange. The orange and the antique wax together. See, by slice, like putting those little marks, you can see the little dents. I have a paper plate. I think I'm just going to set them on a paper plate. Let them dry a little bit. Make it look a little grungy, this carrot. Because carrots are grungy. They come out of the dirt. And my doctor told me that vegetables that grow above have less, they're better for you. They're less carbs. Carrots is a carb. You know, I just started liking carrots. Carrots is a carb. Potatoes, all that stuff is a carb. Hello, Robin's Nest. Welcome. Robin's Nest for everyday living. Hey, guys. Go in and give everyone a follow. It's coming in under their business page. And you might learn something new. They have a lot to offer. So give them a follow. You might learn something new. You might be able to teach them something. So paint, 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 paint. It almost looks like a loaf of bread with a pointy end when I look at those little ridges. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give these a dry after I get them all painted. Dry, the inside has to dry, but the outside will dry. Then I'm going to put the little greenery in there. Then I'll go over it with a little bit more antique wax. Okay, here we go. Then if you have to touch them up some more, you can always do that. But let me show you. Can you see how they're looking? Look like I got a plate of carrots. Carrots, carrots. So I do have a project I've been wanting to do. I'm going to get to it too after this weekend because I have a lot going on. I want to make one first before I even try. Hello, Young's Vintage. Vintiques. Vintiques? Am I saying it right? Excuse me if I'm not saying it right. We're just doing these little carrots. Let's put that on there. One more, guys. Then I'm going to dry it a little bit. And then I'm going to put a little bit of greenery on the end. But these will be so cute when they're dry completely. The clay dries. Another thing I discovered with this clay, if I put it in the oven, like if I have to turn the oven on, like the other day I was cooking something, so I turned my oven on and I thought, I had these little centers that I had made for these flowers, and I put them on there on a parchment paper with the oven off, and they dry so much quicker. because any moisture in the air, it just seems like it takes forever to dry. Okay, let me just put this aside. Wipe this off. I just washed all my brushes. Stick that right in there. Let me wash my fingers off here. I'm not even going to worry about my fingers. I'll get it when I'm done. I'm going to put this right here. And see how this is going to look. So get the outside dry. Little carrots. You can make a bunch of these and put them like in a dish for a like a shelf sitter. Put it in a shelf sitter, like a dough bowl. Let's stick them to the surface a little bit. And now use cornstarch. Tony, are you still in here? Do you use cornstarch when you do your clay? Tony's a friend of mine. She don't live far from me. Just want to get this outside paint dry. That way I can handle it a little bit better. Little carrots, aren't they cute? Little carrots. And if there's some spots that need to be touched up when it's completely dry, you just go back over it. Because it's going to be wet in the center because it's clay. Let me take a little brush and just take a little bit of darker. A little bit darker and go in between these little slices I put in here. Let me show you. Oops, a little bit more here. Let me show you. See how you see the little brown marks? How carrots look? So I'm just going to go over that a little bit. Just a little bit. You don't want it too much brown because then it doesn't look right. So I'm going to just go over that a little bit. Yum, yum, carrots. Little carrots. So my granddaughter and her husband are coming home tomorrow night. They live in Central PA. So I can't wait to see them. And then either her mother or my daughter is either going to help me Saturday with the event with her small business Saturday with the sale with the crazy crafting crew. Hey Jane, how are you doing? Jane, I'm making little teeny carrots out of clay. So I'm just going in with a little antique wax, filling in those little grooves. It's still wet. I dried the outer layer of the paint. And so now I'm just going in with a little bit of antique wax to give it that little look, you know how when it comes out of the ground. Okay, let me set that aside. Now I have some, I just had a little piece I cut. I'm always losing something. I've never seen anything like it. So I'm just going to take like a little piece. I have used this quite a bit on different crafts. Next time I go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's, I'll get some more. So I'm going to take a little bit. I got a cute little bottle from Celebrations Creations of my tacky glue, but it's upstairs because I'm going to be working on a little project. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this and just dip it a little bit and put a little bit in the hole, the tacky glue. I know it's backwards. Then I'm going to take this little bit of green that I just took. Doesn't that look cute? It's like a little carrot. And then you're doing something, a display or doing whatever, or a bowl. Hello, Alexandra. A little carrot. You can go ahead and use these for your decor or whatever you're doing. Tomorrow I'm doing it. Well, tomorrow's going to be a spring theme, so I won't be doing anything Eastery tomorrow. Let me get a little piece. A little piece, a little piece. One thing good, where this is still wet, you can push the stem down in further. Isn't that cute little carrot? I'll just sit these on top of the clay. Let me cut a couple more at a time, because I'm cutting one at a time, taking me forever. Like when I cut it, there's like a little stem part. See that? I'm just going to cut that off so you can't even see that. Okay. Take the scroller, stick it in a little tacky glue. Stick that in that hole. Stick that right in there. Be sure I have the right side going up. Little carrot. Okay, that one looks pretty good. I'll save that one. I'll do a bigger one for the bigger carrots. I will do a bigger sprig of the greenery. Let me just snip that little piece off there. Oops, I may drop that. So I have all kinds of stuff. I have flowers I did before. So guys, I'm going 2 o'clock on Saturday. I'll be selling my flowers. And I'm looking forward to it. A little nervous because I'm not used to doing that. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Make room for more things. Because I have so much down here in my crafting room. Welcome to my crafting room. Hey, June. How you doing, June? June, I'm making little carrots. Aren't they cute? They're out of clay. I painted, I dried, let me speak slower. I put some paint on there. Then I dried a little bit to get the paint dry. But these are still soft. So they'll be good to go by tomorrow night. So let me take a bigger sprig. Here we go. I'm going to cut this right here. This big piece. And I'm going to dip this into the glue. Put this in here. How was your day, June? June, I didn't get up till late today. Hello, Mary. McNaughty. I didn't get up till late today, everybody. Give my friend June's Random Life a follow. She comes on early in the morning. She's Central Time. So she comes on 6 Central Time, 7 Eastern Time. So I usually have coffee with her in the morning. I think these look really cute. Look at these. You can do a bunch of these and put them in your dough bowl. You can do different sizes. You can do little ones and put on a bunny that you might be creating. So let me just go ahead and cut. Oh, no, I want a bigger piece for that too. That's kind of big. Here, let me just do this. Let me go ahead and... So I have some clay out here. I think I'm going to do the rest up. Different sizes. And I'll probably have some for sale too. I'll do like a little baggie full of them. Fresh carrots. Get your fresh carrots. But they look so adorable. So what time is it? I was only on for 30 minutes, so I'm not going to keep you guys tonight because I know you're all busy. You're probably having your dinner. So I'm going to continue to make some more little carrots. And you can take the clay, you can make yourself little Easter eggs, which I did in my little jar, little Easter eggs. And with the little carrot dries, I think I'll put a carrot on here. But get creative and just have fun. Make yourself some little carrots, make yourself some Easter eggs. You could even make a big Easter egg. I don't know how it would work if you make it too big, but you can try it and see how it works. Just get the clay, play around with it a little bit, soften it up, and just go around in a ball, and then shape it into an egg. Shape it into an egg. Maybe I'll go ahead and I'll save this one. We'll see how long it takes for it to dry. I'll set this aside. Let me make some more little carrots. But anyway, I'm not going to bore you guys, keep you all night doing this. I want to give you some love. I want to give you some confetti. Let's have a party. Give you some thumbs up. But I want to leave you with this. To trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean on not your own understanding, but acknowledge Him in all your ways, and He will lead your path straight. Tomorrow night, I'll be on at 6 with the Creative Crafters Assemble. The theme is spring. So I have the flyer on my page about the spring. And then Saturday, we have our big sale. It starts, let me see, I go on at 2. So I think it starts at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock till 9. 9 o'clock's our last presenter, and we're selling our stuff, guys. Small Business Saturday. So support each one. Come watch us. Just have some fun with us. And I'll see you tomorrow. God bless. See you tomorrow, guys. Have a good evening. Bye-bye now. Hey, June. One of these days, you're going to have to show me how to do TikTok. Alrighty. Bye now.